Welcome to our exploration of care work through history. Care work, often overlooked, forms the backbone of societies worldwide. From nurturing children to supporting the elderly, care work encompasses a wide range of essential activities. In this video, we'll delve into how care work has evolved, its economic significance, and the shifting perceptions that have shaped its role in society. By understanding the historical context, we can better appreciate the value of care work today and its crucial place in the care economy. Let's begin our journey by looking at the earliest forms of care work in human communities. Ancient societies, care work was a communal responsibility. Early humans relied on collective caregiving to ensure the survival of their groups. Tasks like child-rearing, tending to the sick, and supporting elders were shared among community members. This collective approach fostered strong social bonds and mutual dependence. Over time, as societies grew more complex, care work began to take on new forms, but its foundational role in maintaining social cohesion remained unchanged. Understanding these origins helps us see care work as a fundamental human activity, deeply embedded in our history. Civilizations like Egypt, Greece, and Rome emerged, care work became more structured. Families, especially women, were primarily responsible for caregiving within households. In wealthier families, slaves or servants often performed these duties. Despite its importance, care work was rarely recognized as valuable labor. Instead, it was seen as a natural extension of familial roles, particularly for women. This perception set the stage for centuries of undervaluing care work, even as it remained essential for the functioning of society. During the medieval period, care work expanded beyond the family. Religious institutions such as monasteries and convents played a significant role in providing care for the sick, poor, and elderly. These institutions established some of the earliest hospitals and shelters, formalizing care work as a community service. While much of this labor was still performed by women, both lay and religious, it began to gain recognition as a form of charity and moral duty. This shift marked an important step in the evolution of care work. Industrial Revolution brought dramatic changes to care work. As families moved to urban centers for factory jobs, traditional caregiving structures were disrupted. Women often juggled paid work with household responsibilities, while children and elders sometimes received less attention. The rise of public health initiatives and social services began to supplement family care, but the division of labor remained gendered. Care work continued to be undervalued, even as it became more visible in the public sphere. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, care work began to professionalize. Nursing, teaching, and social work emerged as recognized professions, often dominated by women. Training programs and certifications were established, raising the status of some care roles. However, many forms of care work, especially domestic service, remained informal and poorly paid. This period highlighted the tension between professional recognition and persistent undervaluation, a theme that continues in the care economy today. Throughout history, care work has been closely tied to gender roles. Societal expectations placed the burden of caregiving primarily on women, reinforcing stereotypes about natural abilities and emotional labor. This gendered division of labor limited opportunities for women and contributed to the persistent undervaluation of care work. Understanding this dynamic is essential for addressing inequalities in the care economy and recognizing the contributions of all caregivers, regardless of gender. Significant portion of care work has always been unpaid. Tasks like cooking, cleaning, and caring for family members are often performed without financial compensation. This unpaid labor is essential for the functioning of households and economies, yet it is frequently invisible in economic statistics. Recognizing the value of unpaid care work is a crucial step toward building a more equitable care economy. During the colonial era, care work was shaped by power dynamics and social hierarchies. Colonized peoples, especially women, were often forced into caregiving roles for colonial families. These arrangements reinforced racial and class inequalities, with care work seen as menial and unskilled. The legacy of these practices continues to influence perceptions of care work in many societies today. Migration has long played a role in the care economy. In many societies, migrant workers fill essential caregiving roles, often leaving their own families behind. These workers face unique challenges including low wages, limited rights, and social isolation. Their contributions are vital, yet their labor is frequently undervalued and unprotected. Addressing the needs of migrant care workers is an important issue in the global care economy. Emotional labor is a key aspect of care work. It involves managing one's own emotions and those of others, often in challenging circumstances. While emotionally demanding, this labor is rarely recognized or compensated. Understanding the importance of emotional labor helps us appreciate the full scope of care work and the skills required to perform it effectively. Governments have played a growing role in shaping care work through social policies. Initiatives like public health programs, childcare services, and elder care support have expanded access to care. However, policy approaches often reflect broader societal attitudes toward care work, sometimes reinforcing its undervaluation. Effective policies are essential for supporting caregivers and ensuring quality care for all. Care work makes significant contributions to the economy, both directly and indirectly. Paid care jobs create employment, while unpaid care supports the workforce by enabling others to participate in economic activities. Despite this, care work is often excluded from economic measurements like GDP. Recognizing its true value is essential for building a sustainable and inclusive care economy. The 20th century saw major shifts in care work. Women's increased participation in the workforce led to greater demand for formal care services such as daycare and elder care facilities. Social movements advocated for better recognition and compensation for care workers. Despite progress, many challenges remained, including low wages and limited career advancement. Feminist scholars have played a crucial role in highlighting the importance of care work. They argue that care work should be recognized as valuable labor, deserving of fair compensation and respect. Feminist analysis has also drawn attention to the intersection of gender, race, and class in shaping care work experiences. This perspective continues to inform debates about the care economy today. Social movements have been instrumental in advocating for the rights of care workers. Labor unions, women's organizations, and advocacy groups have fought for better wages, working conditions, and recognition. These efforts have led to important policy changes and increased public awareness of the value of care work. The concept of the global care chain describes how care work is transferred across borders. Migrant workers, often women, provide care in wealthier countries while their own families receive care from others back home. This chain reflects global inequalities and highlights the interconnectedness of care economies worldwide. Technology has begun to transform care work. Innovations like telemedicine, assistive devices, and digital platforms are changing how care is delivered. While technology can enhance efficiency and access, it also raises questions about the quality of care and the future role of human caregivers. Balancing technological advances with the human touch remains a key challenge. Crises such as wars, pandemics, and natural disasters highlight the essential nature of care work. During these times, caregivers face increased demands and risks, often without adequate support. The COVID-19 pandemic, for example, brought renewed attention to the vital role of care workers and the need for better protections and resources. As populations age, the demand for care work is increasing. Elder care has become a major focus in many countries, with families, communities, and governments seeking solutions to meet growing needs. This demographic shift underscores the importance of investing in the care economy and supporting caregivers. Childcare and early education are critical components of the care economy. Quality care in early childhood supports healthy development and enables parents to participate in the workforce. Investments in childcare yield long-term benefits for individuals and society, highlighting the need for accessible and affordable services. Care work for people with disabilities is another vital area. Providing support for daily living, health needs, and social inclusion requires specialized skills and resources. Recognizing the rights and dignity of people with disabilities as well as the contributions of their caregivers is essential for an inclusive care economy. Much of care work takes place in the informal sector, outside formal employment arrangements. Informal caregivers, often family members or neighbors, provide essential support without legal protections or benefits. Addressing the needs of informal caregivers is a key challenge for policymakers and advocates. Social class has always influenced who performs care work and under what conditions. Lower-income individuals are more likely to work in low-paid care jobs or provide unpaid care. Addressing class-based inequalities is essential for creating a fair and sustainable care economy. Efforts to improve recognition and compensation for care workers have gained momentum in recent years. Campaigns for living wages, benefits, and professional development are helping to raise standards in the care sector. These changes are vital for attracting and retaining skilled caregivers. Public perceptions of care work have shifted over time. While once seen as unskilled or natural, there is growing recognition of the expertise and dedication required. Changing attitudes are helping to elevate the status of care workers and promote greater respect for their contributions. Popular culture, including literature, film, and television, has played a role in shaping perceptions of care work. Representations of caregivers can influence public attitudes, either reinforcing stereotypes or challenging them. Positive portrayals help to highlight the value and complexity of care work. Innovative policies are emerging to support care workers and recipients. Examples include paid family leave, universal childcare, and caregiver tax credits. These policies recognize the importance of care work and aim to make it more sustainable for families and societies. Care work varies across cultures and countries. Different societies have developed unique approaches to caregiving, shaped by history, values, and resources. Comparing international models can offer valuable insights for improving care systems worldwide. While women have historically performed most care work, men's involvement is increasing. Encouraging men to participate in caregiving helps challenge stereotypes and promote gender equality. Supporting all caregivers, regardless of gender, is essential for a balanced care economy. Care work can be emotionally demanding, affecting the mental health of caregivers. Providing support, resources, and respite is crucial for maintaining caregiver well-being. Addressing mental health needs benefits both caregivers and those they support. Communities play a vital role in supporting care work. Local organizations, volunteer groups, and neighbors often step in to provide assistance. Strengthening community networks can help share the burden of care and improve outcomes for everyone involved. Economic policies, such as minimum wage laws and labor protections, have a direct impact on care workers. Ensuring fair pay and safe working conditions is essential for building a strong care economy. Policymakers must consider the unique needs of care workers when designing economic reforms. Education and training are vital for preparing care workers. Professional development opportunities help caregivers acquire new skills and improve the quality of care. Investing in education benefits both workers and care recipients. Looking ahead, the future of care work will be shaped by demographic, technological, and social changes. Addressing challenges like workforce shortages, funding, and recognition will be key to building a resilient care economy. Embracing innovation while valuing human connection will ensure care work remains central to society. Environmental sustainability is becoming increasingly important in the care economy. Sustainable practices in healthcare, elder care, and childcare can reduce environmental impact and promote health. Integrating sustainability into care work benefits both people and the planet. Social innovation is driving new approaches to care work. Creative solutions such as cooperative care models and community-based services are emerging to meet changing needs. Supporting innovation can help make care work more effective and inclusive. Recognizing care work as a human right is gaining traction globally. Ensuring access to quality care and protecting the rights of caregivers are essential for social justice. Human rights frameworks can guide policy and practice in the care economy. Intersectionality helps us understand how overlapping identities such as gender, race, and class shape experiences in care work. Addressing intersectional inequalities is essential for creating a fair and inclusive care economy. This approach ensures that all caregivers are valued and supported. Labor rights are fundamental for care workers. Ensuring fair wages, safe conditions, and the right to organize helps protect caregivers and improve care quality. Advocacy for labor rights remains a central issue in the care economy. Care work is increasingly recognized as a driver of global development. Investments in care infrastructure and workforce development can promote economic growth, gender equality, and social well-being. Prioritizing care work is essential for achieving sustainable development goals. Beyond its economic impact, care work creates immense social value. It strengthens families, builds communities, and fosters social cohesion. Recognizing the full value of care work is essential for building a more compassionate and resilient society. Care workers face numerous challenges including low pay, long hours, and limited job security. Addressing these issues requires coordinated efforts from governments, employers, and communities. Improving conditions for care workers benefits everyone who relies on their support. Celebrating care work means recognizing the dedication, skill, and compassion of caregivers everywhere. Public appreciation, awards, and recognition events help raise the profile of care work and inspire future generations to value this essential labor. As we look to the future, the care economy will continue to evolve in response to social, economic, and technological changes. Recognizing the historical roots of care work helps us understand its enduring importance. By valuing care work and supporting caregivers, we can build a more just, equitable, and resilient society for all.